Hey there. Outside my window is sunny Brooklyn. I am currently in New York City for a distributed energy resources convention. And so that isn't for a couple of days, but I had some decompressed time this morning in the hotel to think about how I want to describe what a distributed energy resource even is and publish my idea of what I believe it is and why they are important. So, in my opinion, distributed energy resources are simply energy resources such as a solar panel or a battery or a electric thermostat or it's a very broad concept. It could even be taken down to a circuit could be technically a distributed energy resource if you utilize it in a way that you combine it with this giant system of interconnected resources. And so that's actually what I do in my day-to-day is I connect tons and tons of these different energy resources and I dispatch them or I call upon them or I ask them to use a little bit less energy a few times or many times in any given period in order to have them earn money for selling energy back to the grid. But that's getting onto a different tangent. The focus right now is distributed energy resources. And I like to learn by examples, so let me just think about a quick example of what a DER system could look like. Well, I'm in the Wythe Hotel right now. They have an Ecobee thermostat. I'm not sure what they're likely connected to the grid, but they might have solar. And if you're connected to the grid, of course, they are connected to the grid. Basically, every large energy consumer is connected to the grid. But if you were to add the distributed energy resource of solar or a natural gas generator, I'm gonna have to put this on pause. I'm getting a call. And we're back. Where was I? I think the importance of DERs comes from the fact that nobody really wants a transmission line or a distribution line, those giant electricity poles running through their backyard. NIMBYism is a real thing, not in my backyard. And in the future, I truly believe that it'll be much easier to get these energy resources contracted, sited, in operation as soon as possible if they are distributed, if they are connected to the actual building that they are providing power to. And this has also been referred to as permissionless because you don't necessarily have to ask permission to multiple different authorities to install your energy resource that will provide electricity for your building. And so, of course, this is typically not something that any large stakeholder will take upon themselves to do. It simply requires, at this point in time, a lot of niche knowledge on exactly how to optimize for the correct distributed energy resources that your building needs. So that's also what I do at C-Power. A lot of analysis, a lot of data science, a lot of aggregation of energy data, real-time 15-minute interval, 1-hour interval, telemetry, smart metering, pulse meters, you name it. There's a plethora of different solutions out there in terms of distributed energy resources. And if you don't want to take it upon yourself to learn all of them, like I am right now, well, there's beauty in being able to have a turnkey solution with outsourcing to a professional. Hey, I'm currently making it much easier for these building managers to provide me with the data that I need. And the way that I'm going about this today is our engineering team takes a bit of a survey, a bit of a it's pretty comprehensive, a background of the building, understanding what generators you have, understanding your one line diagram, understanding your last 3 months of energy usage and your last year of energy usage, and comparing them against each other. And so those are just some of the multiple ways that we get a really comprehensive view of, okay, this person could really benefit from a battery system, and it could even almost be paid for entirely and have a return on investment period of, let's say, 3-4 years. These types of investments are almost no-brainers, but the cycle for installation, contracting, gathering data, establishing trust is the tricky part. And I do vehemently believe that this will only get easier as time progresses, because of course, technology like AI, like blockchain, which would allow you to establish a smart contract where there's already rules in place for what type of data is going to be exchanged and on what servers, and you understand exactly how that information is going to flow. Or you don't understand it, but you trust it. Many people don't know that it's machine learning behind opening your phone with your face every day, but they trust it, and it's now just as secure as 256 encryption. And don't take my word on that. I'm sure that 256 is still like the underlying fundamental basis for security, but my expertise is in DERs, so I won't go on a different tangent. I do love to go on tangents. I feel as though I've kind of explained why I believe there's alpha and edge, and I'm bullish on distributed energy resources. And I look forward to perhaps putting this as a standalone video, or I'll add it as part of this day vlog interview documentation of Dervos here in Government Island in New York City. So I'm looking forward to that, and thank you for spending the time to listen a little bit about DERs. 2025. Oh, there's the room service or cleaning. Oh, gotta go.